Welcome and thank you. My name is Andrew Monsia and this is Campus Direction, coming to you live from White Rhino Hotel in Chuda Estate in Mombasa town. Today's discussion is one of the sensitive discussion within our universities here in Kenya, and it is how to deal with depression among university students. Today's discussion, I'm joined by Dr. Byron Odhiambo, who is a psychiatrist, a private psychiatrist and psychological consultant in psychological issues, and Doreen Minza, who is a student at Technical University of Mombasa, who once in a lifetime struggled depression, and Nuru Tatu, who is a media personality and advocate for mental health. But before we get into that, let's get our segment, which is Ideal of the Matter. Depression is characterized by, among others, sadness, loss of interest or pleasure, feeling of guilty, disturbed sleep, feeling of tiredness, poor concentration. Depression can be long-lasting or recurrent, substantially impairing an individual to function in work or school or even cope with their life. At its most severe level, can lead to suicide. According to the World Health Organization, mental health of the youth is of concern, with depression reported to be the third highest disease burden among adolescents globally. In Kenya, depression is the second leading cause of death through suicide among youth aged between 15 to 29 years old. Depression can be treated and symptoms alleviated. Depression cannot be cured.
I'm Edward Kaimu. I work here as a counselor at the Technical University of Mombasa. It exists here at two. It can be natural, some can be artificially triggers. When you talk of natural triggers, it relates to loss. You can lose part of your body, you can lose your relative, your loved one. These can be the guardians, the parents. So naturally, there is that stress triggered by that natural event. But other artificial situations could be stress due to academic requirements, stress due to peer influence, socioeconomic status, demands from school fees. It is important to note that here at the campus there are quite a number of new things that students are exposed to. You are actually on your own. Nobody is going to ask you to attend lectures, to do assignments, such like things. So it is actually you to manage your time well. My advice to such students who join maybe the university, first of all, we need to join those clubs, the peer education clubs, so that we'll be able to help them where they need help. And then the other thing, we are here for our students. So in case of a challenge, in case of a dilemma, they should not shy off from coming to us, because we feel we are the parents here.
Welcome and thank you for coming. From the left side, Nuru, introduce yourself.
My name is Nuru Tatu. I am a Muslim journalist.
Also, my name is Byron Odhiambo and I'm a psychiatrist.
My name is Minza and I'm a depression survivor.
Yeah, and this is a topic which is sensitive.
Yeah.
And it is good we have Doreen here.
Yeah.
To start with you, when did you know you are struggling depression?
First, I want to say depression is a condition that you can be suffering from it and yet you're not aware. Like, there are a lot of people they're suffering from depression, but they don't know it totally. They'll be out when they meet people, they'll create a facade, a face of that happy person, the most talkative person, but inside them they're suffering. So it's something that it takes time, and you accepting that yes, I'm suffering, and you admit it and you seek help. Otherwise you can be living in denial.
For the first time you realized you're having depression, did you talk to other people
No,
about your
it's so
stage?
hard to talk to someone. First, because they know you're a happy person, you're the life of the party and everything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you want to shock them that you're depressed. How? Like, they won't even get it. It's so hard. So, most of the time, I was just keeping it to myself.
Okay. Dr. Byron, you are a psychiatrist. Many people have come to you in seek of medical attention. Does this make familiar to you? Many people don't speak their mental illness.
So mental illness actually has been a big topic of discussion these days, but I would like to say that mental ill people, they don't even notice it, and even some of them, if they notice it, they don't visit psychiatrists most oftenly. But it's good because you may have options to talk to people and close to you, to maybe your friends, to your family members, but people also don't trust others. You see, some people fear that if I share my problems with this person, they may use them against me some other time. So just like Doreen has said, she survived it and she finds it even hard to share with people because people already see you as that person. The picture that you portray to people, you portray yourself as that person who people tend to hide their depression. You don't want to show your problem out there, so that makes it hard for people to share. But the problem is, if you are that kind of person, don't want to share with others because you think they may use it against you, it's advisable that you visit a professional, maybe a professional counselor, so you come to us, we can help you through it.
Why is it now, Noru, but not before? Many youths, especially in universities, are struggling with depression.
First, I'd like to say that the generation we're in is really unique. Our lifestyle, our relationships. Someone might be going through depression because of a relationship. Like you're dating a boyfriend, the boyfriend decides to cheat on you, you'll go through depression. But because you know you were taken to school to study and you do not want to tell your parents, you have no one to talk to, you fear that your mates or your schoolmates are going to laugh at you, so you do not decide to tell others. Again, the social media. It is too open that today you'll see someone has committed suicide because of depression. It will be put out there for everyone to see. Like an app like Facebook does not have restrictions. Like even if someone hang themselves, someone will just take a picture and post. You see, there are no restrictions. Another person will see it and be like, okay, if this one decided to take their own life, why don't I also do it, because I'm going through 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Doreen, the time you realized you are having depression and you come out yourself to share with other people, was the first person to share to?
Oh, I shared it with my mom.
Okay. What was the
Of course,
reaction?
she was shocked because, if anything, I was the liveliest person, and if she was down, she could call me and everything. She couldn't even expect. It was least of her expectation. Not at any point, if you asked her, did she ever thought that I was suffering from such a disease? It was a blow, but because she's a mother, she had to understand it and took me to psychiatrist, and that's how I got my journey to healing.
Dr. Byron, what it is about this generation that is making it hard to cope up with depression? We understand in previous years, some people had depression and they were able to control it.
So just like Nuru said, there is something with this generation actually. We are in a generation whereby we have a lot of social media, and the thing with social media is that people are trying to keep up with others. People doesn't want to recognize, or maybe as some people, as maybe somebody will say, cut their coat according to their own sizes. So let's just talk something that we see every day. We want to keep up with other people's fashion. want to keep up with the people's financial statuses. And then when we find out that this is impossible, we get depressed, we get stressed out. Actually, it's so tiresome, that kind of life. You just need to cut yourself that niche, understand your position, and then stay with it. Actually, that's the whole concept of happiness. You just got to know your place in the society and then be proud of it. So the moment you're trying to be somebody that you're not, then you start blaming people, then you get depressed. So self-acceptance is actually so crucial. So since this generation doesn't have that strong self-acceptance, that's what makes this generation be so common with the mental illness thing. Another thing is that the generation lacks guidance. So remember, at the previous times when other generations were being raised, we had moms who were there 24 hours, and these days mom is also struggling with their career, the dad is also working. So as we're growing up, we don't have people to take care of us, to direct us on what is right and what is wrong, how to accept our own selves. So the absence of these people to take care of us makes us kind of live in doubting ourselves, or maybe just watching these things from the television. And the television is not reality. So we tend to keep up with a reality that is actually not in our capabilities, that not in our financial or maybe just cultural perimeter, and this really gets us stressed out.
Yeah, starting from Noru, what can we do as youths to ensure we cut down the levels of depression and suicide cases in our universities?
The first thing we should do is giving awareness to the youth. An example is talking to the youth about relationships, talking to them about seeing a psychiatrist in case of anything, and then teaching them how to live their own lives and how to use what they have to benefit themselves, not just to show people that they are okay. That is one thing that is there, because if you decide to show your others that I want to live like a certain celebrity, I am living this lifestyle, you won't be able to do it. Again, awareness. When you tell them about visiting someone in case you want to talk to them, it will give them a certain level of understanding that, okay, so I can see someone about it. Though it's not obviously that they're going to see their own friends, because people fear. You see, like, I visited America the other day, and in that country, when you are depressed, you can walk in a bar, sit with someone, and that person will just listen.
Yeah.
No matter how strange it is, we don't have that in our country, obviously, because someone won't just listen, but these people need someone to listen to them. Don't give them even an opinion, just sit and listen. When you listen, it's going to reduce their stress.
Dr. Byron?
Yeah, so I think it's all about sharing and maybe just knowing your position. When you share what you're going through with others, it makes the pain at least fade away. And then it's also all about, just like we said, knowing yourself. So don't go setting yourself standards that you can't get to. And then you also need to have a generation that trusts each other. So you should not maybe use somebody's problems, maybe if I've told you something, and then you go and then put it out there, it embarrasses, so it makes you ashamed of sharing your information with others. So if we become that generation that can be confident with each other and share with each other, it's going to take us a long way.
Okay, and according to research I did on this matter, embracing spirituality has been mentioned from an outside eye. Does that contribute in controlling this disaster?
Spirituality and our spiritual leaders actually should take the forefront as far as maybe advocating for mental illnesses are concerned. But I think you're not doing enough. Like these days, we don't have that. Maybe churches should organize specifically sessions for mental health, whereby, in church you can easily share. This is one of the avenues that churches are safe spaces, and even mosques can be safe spaces, whereby we are churchmates, we go to mosque together, we maybe have a level of trust. Those are the kind of people you can share your problems with. And maybe due to religious maybe restrictions, or maybe just the routines or doctrines, maybe you will be confident that maybe you won't have all your information out there. So I think church is really taking a front position as far as mental illnesses are concerned.
Yeah, Noritatu, you are in that process of advocating the mental health, and you know the procedures. Do you think, because the first time I talked to Doreen, she told me the religious leaders does not understand this disaster. When you go to church, you're told is devil, and they start casting devil out. Do you think there is a need of educating awareness among the religion leaders to make sure they understand what depression is? Okay.
When you are depressed or you have a problem and you go to church and they tell you that's the devil, let us cast him out. That is so wrong. That is painting Satan a color that is not his. This person is going through something. They need someone to talk to. You go to mosque and say you need someone to talk to because you are depressed because of a relationship or courtship. They will rebuke you because they'll tell you you're not following the word of the Quran, of the scripture, because it says no courtship. So why are you dating? You see, rebuking this person is not going to help him. Actually, it's going to push him further from you. They won't even talk to you anymore, because how can I have a problem? I come talk to you, then you tell me what you put yourself in that position because you started dating. That is wrong. Our religious leaders should at least try to understand this generation, try to talk to people nicely, accept that it's not Satan, it's us who are doing whatever we are doing. Yeah.
Doreen,
Yeah.
you got medical attention.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
First of all, the reason why a lot of people who are depressed don't go for medical attention is because it's very, very expensive. Like I was having six sessions, and one session it's 5,000. Tell me, in this society where depression has been so normalized, you want to tell me a normal person can be affording to pay like 30,000 to get healed? So that is quite a challenge.
Okay, Dr. Byron, as you have heard, seeking medical attention concerning mental illness is very expensive. Is there any companies elevating the cost, just like NHIV is doing?
Oh, I know. First of all, I would like to say that probably the mental health thing, people are behaving like it's something new. Actually, our governments have not given the specific strategies or structures or institutions that may take care of mental illnesses. So mostly it's private, and that's why we have it being so expensive. But I think it's about time that the government considered these actually a really important part of our lives, and even our normal hospital should have the psychiatry sections with counselors enough to take care of patients. But they're organizations, right? They're companies, just like she said. I even work at one. We have a group of counselors, very competent. We can attend to people. And just like you have heard, I've been talking about maybe considering other means. So, these sessions are too expensive. We won't say that maybe let's not take care of mental ill people. You can talk to friends, you can talk to family, and you can maybe seek church sessions and focus groups in case there are any. But if it persists, then it's advisable to visit us, get professional counselors.
From Doreen, what would you like to tell youths who is listening now?
It's okay not to be okay.
So it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Byron?
Okay, I would just say that self-acceptance and maybe seeking help and sharing.
Not believing everything that is said on social media. Yeah. And not trying to live a social media life. No matter how much they tell you to fake it till you make it, do not fake it. Yeah. Make it, then do it. Don't fake it.
Can you give us a platform how people can reach to you?
Yeah, in email at norutatu@gmail.com, Instagram Norutatu, Facebook Nuru Abdallah.
Dr. Byron, please give us our...
So you can reach our counselors and maybe get professional assistance at www.byronodhiambo.com, and then there you'll find information how to get to us. And if you want to maybe come to our location, we are Digo Road, Zima House, second floor, house number 4. You can come there, you'll be taken care of really professionally.
Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate so much. I hope you listening to this show have caught something which will construct their life. My name is Andrew Mansia, and it was Campus Direction, brought to you by Matcha Mill Company. Thank you for watching. Till next time.